Hi and welcome to Add More Zest with Diamonds. My name's Rebecca and I've got something a little bit new to share with you today. So this is from an Etsy shop. This is Crafty Cat UK. I love her little sticker on the back of the envelope which just says thank you for supporting my small business. That is so cute. But Crafty Cat sells scented diamond painting putty so she says, I've got my laptop here so that I can give a little bit of information that she's passed on to me. She does have a Facebook group as well. So she's got a gorgeous, cute little note in there to say that she is genuinely so excited about every order that she receives because a lot of planning, effort and testing has gone into every item that she sells. So she says, so thank you for making my day. I know how that feels. I know how that feels, Kat. That is a lovely little message. She does also show her Facebook group, because she chats about upcoming products and releases and things. So I will pop a link to her Facebook group in the description down below. And then we've got this little card. But she has given me a little bit of information about her putty. She said it's a little different to other ones that she has personally tried, because of course trying them all. She said it's a touch more dry, which means it's never overly sticky, but it can still handle special drills like ABs. She said it still lasts a really long time compared to pink wax, and it is suitable for both single placers and multi placers. It is coloured for the extra fun factor, and she is currently bringing out one new scent each week while she builds up a good range. She says, but every single batch she does bring out is tested for hours of diamond painting time before it's released for sale. She also stocks some sample sizes, so a little bit smaller, for people who want to try it out at a lower cost. She did ask me to pick a couple of scents that she did, so I went for the ones that were a little bit different. So there's one called A Day at the Fair, and I thought it would be fun to try and explain what that actually smells like. And one's called April Showers, so I thought that was a very interesting scent as well. So I am going to have a little sniff test in a moment, and that's when I wish YouTube was a little bit of smell-o-vision. But she says when it comes to loading it in your pen, she said it's pretty straightforward. She just suggests sticking the single placer or multi placer in the putty just as you would for wax, and then wiggling it around a little bit more until it cuts a shape in the putty, and then you can pull it away from the placer. So a bit like when you're making cookies or something and using a cookie cutter, and you give it that wiggle to separate everything. She said it doesn't tend to leave any stringy bits or residue on the drills, but she does recommend clearing away any excess putty after your first few presses. So of course when you first put it into the pen tip, it will be flush, but then of course the shapes of your diamonds may squeeze a little bit out. So she does recommend getting rid of that on your first few uses, just to avoid it coming in contact with the canvas. She says in relation to ABs, if you are a light presser, you should generally be able to use it straight away. But if you are a heavy presser, so if you press down quite hard, she said you might want to let the putty get a little bit dirtied up first. She said you shouldn't need to wait long though. She says she thinks it's a really good point of the putty, as it's nice to be able to load one pen and use it for everything. Ooh, April Showers is like silver and blue and copper. Can you see that? That is gorgeous. Right, what does April showers smell like? Oh, it smells quite fresh. Smells like once it's had a good downpour and the air smells really clear. It's a little bit like it's like a dryer sheet. Not all dryer sheets, because of course they all smell different. But it is like a fresh dryer sheet smell. I would love to be able to hold it up to the camera like that so that you could smell it as well. But yeah, that is a nice one. That is a fresh and clean smell. It's not too overpowering either. It's quite a nice smell. So that is number one. Number two. So at the moment, she also does say she is currently only shipping to the UK, but she is working hard in the background on getting ready to open up to international shipping. So I will see if I can help her out with that a little bit on what might work for her. But Etsy isn't the easiest for international shipping. Even our Etsy store is only UK, because international shipping on there is not quite the same. But this one is a day at the fair. So it oh, that's cute. It has a little picture of a Ferris wheel, some cotton candy, and what looks like sort of fireworks over a roller coaster. It's quite sweet. Okay, what does this smell like? Ooh, this has glitter in it as well. I think I can smell a few different things. Bit of cotton candy, bit of some Hard Rock sweets. Yeah, it's quite a sweet smell, that one, but it is very pretty. So it's purples and blues with a little bit of sparkle. Do I have a pen without a pen tip that's not using wax? Do I have one in here? I have one that's using wax. Let's take the wax out of this pen. Now, this could affect it because I've had a glue dot in this pen beforehand. But I've now emptied the tip and I'm going to pop it in. Can, of course, pop it down on the table. Give it a wiggle, say just like a cookie cutter. And that then puts the putty in the wax tip. I seem to have got a blue bit. Not sure if the camera's picking it up. So say all she does suggest is once you've used it a couple of times on a diamond, then just get rid of any excess putty from around the edge, just to make sure it doesn't go on your canvas. Wax, I tend to do that with wax as well anyway. And if you are a heavy presser, when it comes to ABs, sometimes just dabbing it a little bit on your clothes can dirty it up enough for you to be able to pick up ABs straight away. But yeah, that smells really, really nice. Oh, okay. That smells, say, a little bit sweeter than this one. This one smells very clean and fresh, which is nice. I do like that. So I will pop a link to her Etsy store down below so that you can go and check it out. I'll also pop a link to her Facebook group. And of course, keep an eye. If you are international, do keep an eye for it to be able, you know, for the time she gets to international shipping. But if you're UK wise, you can always, of course, go ahead. But thank you so much, Kat, for sending me these. I will definitely give them a go with my diamond painting and see if I can be converted from glue dots or not. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.